Just as he was feeling relieved about this, his sister entered the room to remind him it was time to go to the hospital. It turned out his best friend had been in a car accident and had been unconscious for 3 days. Clearly, the butterfly effect from time travel was still ongoing. He immediately rushed back home and began planning to save his best friend. Once he finally sorted out the storyline and was about to use the time machine to travel back, Jesse burst in at that moment. And so, the two of them went back to the past together. Jesse was very unhappy with his rule-breaking behavior, but David had no time to explain. He rushed out the door to take action, but was stopped by Jesse. Feeling deceived, she was furious. The two argued more and more intensely. In the heat of the moment, Jesse admitted that the first time they met, she had actually already fallen for him. Even if David hadn't used his methods, they definitely would have ended up together. Upon hearing this, David immediately stepped forward and hugged her. Just as the two were venting their emotions, Jesse suddenly started glitching.
David, it's me! David, it's me! David, it's me! David, it's me! Yes, no!
He lunged forward, but only managed to pull off a keychain. Back in the real world, his friend found him just then. From what the friend said, his best buddy wasn't hospitalized, but Jesse had disappeared for no reason. Seeing him so panicked, the friend immediately figured out he'd used the time machine on his own. As they were arguing, a piercing police siren sounded outside. Turns out the cops thought he was a kidnapper. To change all this from the root, he had to travel back 10 years and fix the history. But this required a lot of hydrogen, so he went to school, pried open the warehouse door, and quickly injected energy into the time machine. As he activated the machine, a fierce wind suddenly erupted around him, and the cops burst in at that moment. The next second, they were pushed back by a force. Then, time began to rewind rapidly.
Save him.
When he woke up again, he was already in the school warehouse 10 years ago. He rushed home without stopping. At that time, his 7th birthday party was going on inside, and he was holding the keychain and camera, standing in front of the mirror. Everything seemed to have returned to the starting point at this moment. Then he went down to the basement, where he saw his father. He was stunned at first. Then, surprisingly, he recognized David. He had so much he wanted to say to his father, even wanted to tell him that he would later die in a car accident, but thinking that this would cause many unpredictable disasters, he could only silently hug his father. His father seemed to sense something too. He told David to do what he had to do. Then he turned and left the basement. Immediately after, he set his father's research on fire. The time machine was damaged, and David uncontrollably returned to his own time, but his camera was left behind. 10 years passed in the blink of an eye. When David and his sister were cleaning the attic, they found 2 cameras. One belonged to his father, and the other had recorded the entire process of everything that happened.